live. This one should definitely work. I just need 2 phones. Phones just work better. Anyway. Link live. Hey, Willow. Okay, I'm gonna post the link on the old one. But yeah. Hey Dalton, what's up? Okay, I'm just gonna end the old one. Hey Dalton. And let's set it to a live chat because I want all of your weird, crazy comments. We want all of that. So yeah. Actually, let's get some old newspaper and dry the pipe off so we don't drip everywhere. Can also use paper towels. Yeah. So this is what we're gonna cook up tonight. Nice Northern pike. My dad caught it, to be fair. We were fishing all day and it's the only one we could get in the boat, but all right. It is what it is, isn't it? Let's get a bit of a move on. Hi, Smurfy or Smutty. Yeah, you're stuck with that name, Smutty. So anyway, gonna sharpen the knife real quick. The tip is the most important part, but you still need the rest of the plate. Thank you, man. Well, I am an ex-commercial fisherman, so I guess I kind of am a pro.
Mach mal die Kartoffeln in den Topf.
And there my cat comes.
Sind die Kartoffeln mit?
Yeah. All right. Let's get going. Let me try to do it in a way you can see. I'm gonna go in right next to the bone. I don't start cutting this way because I'm gonna lose meat. When I stick the knife through like this, then I'm not losing any meat. Just right along that center bone, so the spine of the fish. Then cut the head, and now you make the final cut the fillet off. Here we have a beautiful pike fillet split off. It still has quite a few bones in, but yeah. Next one. Let's see if I can get the phone to focus a little bit more on what matters. I'm not commercial fishing, but I used to fish commercially, but not anymore. Yeah, then you just run your knife again on the other side. Everyone has their preferred side to fillet, but you get good at both if you practice enough. Yeah, thank you, Smurfy. I'm still gonna call you Smutty from time to time, but not every time. Maybe. And second fillet knocked off. All right, this is perfect to cook some good soup with, which I probably will, because pike soup is delicious. So we're gonna save this in the bowl that I kept the fish in the fridge in. And now we're gonna take a fork. Any fork will do, but there are special beekeeper's forks that works best. I do have some at home, but I'm not at home right now, so don't have one. I should have brought mine, but I forgot. That's also going into the soup, all the fins. Here's a little bit of bone still stuck on the meat, so we're gonna get that off. Try to not waste anything that you don't have to waste. And yeah, get this fin out. And here at the top, the first 3 belly bones are still in. And the last thing now that is left, that normally I would use do in a separate step, but I'm just gonna do it all in once now. Today is removing the line of one of those Y bones that pike have. That are pretty annoying. You can feel it. Sometimes you can see it, but right now the light isn't the best, so I'm kind of struggling with that. You make your first cut on the top side of the fillet, and then you just don't make sure to not cut through the bones, but cut along them. Here, actually, it's better if your knife is not the sharpest in the world. Otherwise, it's really easy to cut through it. My cat is being noisy for no reason. Okay. I got the bones outlined. Now I just need to cut down on the other side of the bones. Cut straight down for the first little bit, and then I can swoop under the bones, basically. Yeah, it works better if you all do it in one go, just removing the bones, but hey. And these are at least 95% of all the Y bones in the entire pike. Maybe 99%. That also all goes into the soup. And this now is boneless pike fillets that we have left. Very, very nice. All right. Hey, Lumi, what's up? Lumi Dalton, it's going good, thank you. And I'm gonna show my face again. I just want you guys to actually see the fish. So here we have our other pike fillet. Just swoop under these belly bones with the tip of your knife and get them out. That's also going into the stock. What I'm going to use for some pike soup. Oh, that one fell down, but I'm going to get that later. I don't want to get my hands dirty and spoil the meat in any way. Back here, is that bone? Nope, that's not bone. Back here is a little bit of bone still left. Don't waste anything you don't have to. And now we're gonna go to removing those nasty Y bones pike have. So Again, we cut on the back side of these Y-bones towards the back of the fillet, towards the back of the fish, I mean, where the back was. And I find it easier actually to start at the end. Once you cut down to where you feel resistance, you're gonna now cut towards the back of the pike, along the line of the Y-bones. Take your time, don't rush this step, because otherwise you're gonna cut through the bones. And you're still gonna have pieces of bones left as a fillet. Okay, now I've basically outlined all the Y-bones. Now all I need to do is make an incision on the other side of them, a bit deeper, because they're going almost vertically down in the back, and then towards the end you basically just want to sweep under them. Something I'm catching here. And there we have it. Another boneless pike fillet. Yep. Voila. Boneless pike fillet. Done. Just need to cut it into portions and get it salted up and ready to fry. Actually, here we have the second row of rye bones. They're normally leaved in because normally nobody even notices it, but to be complete, let's get it out today. It is really small. It still exists. All right, done. On this one, I'm not even. Okay, here it is. All right. And back here it says one little bone left. Okay, done. Boneless pike fillets are ready. Let's just cut them into nice pieces. And try to cut the really thin stuff separately from the really thick pieces, because they're never going to cook evenly if you have all different kinds of thicknesses mixed together. Little tip. Voila. Get that back strap, that's going to get cut into two separate pieces because it's just too long to fit in a normal sized pan. And then here, you can just cut this into two pieces and maybe cut the belly off for one separate strip. And there you have it, people. One nice sized pike. These are maybe 2 pounds of fish. This is what we got out of it. Very, very nice. Yeah. It's a good amount of fish. That's probably going to feed 4 people with ease. Thank you, Lumi. Jordanan, hey. I love your fishing videos. Are you going to do more soon? I'm definitely going to try, yeah. Now my fingers are wet, trying to touch the screen. Okay, I can't do it. Thank you. And Lumi, sorry, Lumi, you're already a mod, but Willow, I just made you a mod because I trust you. And I'm not reading chat half the time that I'm live, so I need some people that I can trust to make sure the trolls don't, and especially if somebody is being nasty, they're taken care of. And I wish Smurfy, but nope. I'm 5'10", 5'11", yeah. Sorry, I'm a little slow sometimes when it comes to the imperial measurements, but yeah, I'm between 1.77 m and 1.95 m. Sorry, 1.75 m, 79.5. So yeah. On a good day, I'm 179 or 179.5. On a bad day, I am 177. That's centimeters. I'm not that heavy. About 150. All good, Willow. I like to wear my boots in the winter, so I'm taller too. Wow. Yeah. Why can't I just be this much taller and be 1.80 m? You know, that would be cool, but who cares? Just a round number would be nice. Anyway, let's get the fish salted. I'm gonna keep it on the table. It is already. Let's not make our lives harder than it has to be, right? And this is fine salt, so I'm gonna pour it onto a little thing that I can collect and just use a pinch of salt. So we're just gonna take one hand for our fish to lay it out. There was a scale in here. Let's cut this into the two pieces. And one hand to sprinkle the salt, because that hand has to remain dry. A little bit more salt on the thicker parts, a little bit less on the thinner part, and just a little bit on the skin side. Actually, you can also do the sprinkling here on the cutting board, but then you're going to waste some salt, so maybe not. So let's. All right. A little bit of salt on the skin side. And really salt, especially on fresh pike, is all you need to really taste the fish. You can also use some garlic or garlic powder. You can use soy sauce, you can use lemon or lime, but it's really not necessary. And I do like to just keep it simple and taste the fish by itself. And especially this pike is perfect. It's 2 days old, but it was in a cold fridge the entire time, meaning that it actually now is at its peak point for eating, because even fish kind of ages like meat, and it actually is drier and less juicy when it is super fresh. There is a thing as too fresh with fish. If you have proper cooling, that is. Of course, if you can't cool it, then same day eating is advisable. But it is even better if it's a couple days in a good cooling system. And okay, the rest we're just gonna salt on the cutting board here. All right, got our fish salted up. So now you can see we're using this kind of a plate, and this is how full it is. So you have an idea how much fish this really is. We got out of that one pike, and this is all perfect boneless fillet. So yeah, very, very nice. And let's check the chat. Okay, it looks like either I'm stuck or nope, no new comments. All right, that's okay. So anyway, so last day I went, oh, Smurfy just dropped a big old comment. How long were you fishing commercially? I think you mentioned some months ago or something, but I don't remember. It was for 2 years. I was a commercial fisherman 2 years. So yeah. But some things about the work environment and how was that? The animals were treated and the fish with other animals. It all was not great. And I also was going through a pretty tough time of my life. So yeah, there's a reason I stopped. Pains of what? Exactly. I still have the scar of the surgery on my finger. I don't know if the camera will catch it, but well, it was the worst time. It's the second worst time for sleep in my life. So there's that. But it is rough. It can be rough. And I always had sleep problems, but during that time I was sleeping not much at all. And I was eating a bunch, but not gaining weight. It was an interesting time, let's say. But I don't really want to repeat it. I mean, I wasn't offshore. It was lakes and rivers and ponds for me. But it's definitely different. But yeah. Yeah, true that. True that. And okay, the potatoes are cooking. What I wanted to tell you guys about my fishing 2 days ago, where my live stream kept breaking off. So yeah, we were fishing and the first couple of hours couldn't really get any bait. Should have brought some frozen bait. And I'm actually going to show you right now, because why the hell not? Like these are actually bait I caught that day, later on in the day. 4 nice bait. Here's some flatfish that wouldn't be good bait, but they're tasty. And somewhere here, there's more bait, but I don't know where right now. I mean, there's more, a bunch more flatfish. Either way, I could have brought some frozen bait with me, but that frozen bait doesn't really work all that well. I did order those smart baits, like a robot you insert inside of a dead fish that makes it swim like it's alive, but they didn't arrive in time. So yeah, we first had to catch bait, which was a struggle. And at first it were perfect conditions for pike, but the bait fish didn't have those conditions and weren't biting. So it took a couple hours to get any bait. By then, the conditions had changed and the pike weren't really hitting. But I did manage to catch a few perch on lures and also to catch a bunch of bait fish. And then I had one bite that didn't stick. Then my dad caught one pike and had another bite that kind of through his own fault he didn't get. So yeah. And I didn't really have luck the rest of the day, but at least we got one nice pike and we have something to eat. And next time I'm going to have the smart bait, most likely. And then I can use that fish like live bait. What is up, legends? Brad, ATC, all things country. What's up, man? How's the gold search going? Oh, prospecting. And potatoes are boiling. I'm going to show you. To go along with the fish. Maybe I'm going to set up some wedgies as well. Yeah, why not? Actually, we have some fresh veggies, not just old stuff. More anxious for the fishing buddy. What fishing? Do you have any trips planned? Or anything special going on? Oh, and before I get to cutting my fish, I think I gotta show you someone real quick. 1 second, I'll be back. Wee. Here's my cat, who right now isn't really happy to be in front of the camera. Sometimes holding her upside down works. Lila, let me put you upside down and maybe you're going to calm down. It does work, at least a little bit. So yeah, she was with me on the boat for 10 hours. And she was in between being just relaxing and then walking around, looking. Almost for a few times I thought she might actually jump into the water, but she didn't. But yeah, no wet cat this time. But yeah. Antiseptic on cat. Face wounds with me. Nah, she knows she's not allowed to hurt me. She won't do that. Yeah, that is Lila, exactly, Willow. And there she's eating a little bit. And she was also eating on the boat, no problem. So that's also a good sign. Because when they're really stressed out, they're not going to eat. But she was eating just fine on the boat. So yeah, and she's going to be fishing more with me. I'm in the process of getting a... True. But I also know, actually, the orange cat I know the best is an absolute sweetheart. He's adorable. Yes, he definitely does. And I'm planning to get a car soon, and we're definitely going to do some road trips, just me and Lila. And maybe some friends if they want to come along. But let's see. I'm definitely also going to be fishing and going on on road trips just with Lila. And yeah, Vader. There's a reason you named him after the villain from Star Wars, I guess. But yeah, you little Vader. She's definitely hungry. So, what I has to be sized for Europe. Well, it just has to be a car that works for me, and I rather want to drive an automatic car because I can do a manual, but I'm pretty new to driving, and I don't want to have to focus on shifting gears all the time while still focusing on the street. I rather just have to focus on the street and not shifting gears as well. That is why I'm looking for a used manual car that works and that's big enough to sleep in and fit all of my fishing gear, and one that isn't super shallow, that has some, you know, how do you call it? Like not checked up, but you know, that's not gonna get stuck super easy. That is really all I care about. It doesn't have to be pretty, it doesn't have to be new, it doesn't have to be anything special, just something that works and that's big enough. And ideally maybe one that can pull a trailer in case I get a trailer to travel more. Yes, Yoda and Vader, Star Wars, right. Yeah, All Things Country is a great channel, Willow, and super supportive. If you want to get some subs, I think one time I got like 40 these subs or over 40 in one of his live streams alone. So if you go there and sub to some people, your sub count will skyrocket. Just a little tip. Sounds like you're looking for a Subaru. Maybe, but it also has to be cheap. That is the problem. But I'm already looking at cars, and my dad is going to help me financially because luckily he got an unexpected payment, and he's also looking at a new car for himself. But anyway, okay, Lila, can we show you one time to the camera? Yeah, we can. Okay, now let's wash our hands and get the broccoli started. I'm from Germany, Theo. So let's see, broccoli. And we can use our fish cutting board because it's gonna be cooked anyway. And you could also eat the fish raw, so no issues. My wife has been driving her Subaru Forester for the last 10 years. So we just recently upgraded it to an Outback. Ja, moin. Leider nein. Leider. She's getting into some stuff she's not supposed to be getting into. That's cat for you. Leider. Leider nein. You know you're not allowed to do that. I'm definitely going to look into that. Smurfy. And is that a truck or is it a combi or an SUV? Or what kind of car is it? Small SUV, okay. Yeah, just get some of the outside stuff off, anything that looks dirty. We're going to wash it again, but first going to cut the stem in some chunks, and now we're just going to split it. But yeah, I'm going to take any car I can get, really. because any car is gonna be better than nothing, and it's gonna get me from A to B. But of course, better a good one. Let's rechat. Your utensil holder on the counter, IKEA. I think I have the same one. Probably. I like this one. It probably is. Or this one. This one is probably IKEA. It doesn't say on the bottom. It's probably from IKEA, yeah. So let's get that washed. And drain it. Maybe I'm just gonna throw it in with the potatoes. Okay. Brokkoli einfach zu den Kartoffeln reinschmeißen, oder?
Kannst du mal, hattest du die Kartoffeln schon
Testen?
nee, mal runtergedreht?
Ein bisschen, ja.
Okay. Schon mal probiert, wie lange die kochen?
Alright.
Die können auch schon gut sein. Ein klein zumindest.
Mhm.
Das ist wahrscheinlich die große Flamme für den Hecht, ne?
Mhm.
Wir wollen den Brokkoli nicht extra machen.
Können wir auch machen, aber nochmal
Welche Pfanne müssten für den Hecht?
eben wieder. Ja, die muss man aufwaschen.
Okay. Dann mache ich mal in die Spüle hier, die etwas andere. Als ob wenn der Brokkoli muss aber erstmal ein bisschen Abfluss. Ob wir den Müll da runter.
Let's get rid of the trash.
Mal kurz. Wie willst du mit deinen Kartoffeln reinhauen?
Ich dachte, oder?
Die sind eigentlich gut, glaube ich.
Okay, dann lieber nicht.
Ich tue die extra Brokkoli extra machen. Die Kartoffeln erstmal raus hier.
Ja.
Wo mache ich die denn hin? Warte mal.
Das sieht hier gleich. Brokkoli hier raus.
Der passt aber nicht mal. Wir müssen sehr klein quetschen.
Kann ich die Kartoffeln erstmal hier reinmachen?
Ja, eigentlich muss das
Ja.
stehen.
Oder lass mich machen. Wenn ich für die Kamera sitze.
Achso, ich dachte, die ist aus.
Nur die ist an. You're still live.
So, muss ein neues Wasser rein.
Mhm. Same pot we boiled the potatoes in. And cooks the broccoli now. You can also pan fry broccoli, but it should be pre-boiled or at least frozen before. Otherwise, it's never going to cook through before burning.
Okay.
Alright.
Gut, okay. Dann müssen wir kochen.
Ein bisschen Salz dazu. Okay, just some salt water. And
Ja,
now,
sobald es kocht, kannst du nochmal runterstellen. Also ich glaube, der muss auch erstmal fertig sein, damit wir dann kochen können. Also bevor wir anfangen. Nee, mal, lass den mal runter auf, dann muss das mal.
ja, ich will nur hier das Wasser kurz warm machen. Eine Minute. So I'm just gonna warm up some water in the pan because. Hey Lucy, thank you for stopping by. All good, Willow, but we have a pretty strict no politics, no religion rule on here, so maybe just say sending love to everyone on my channel, please. Because as soon as we get into that kind of stuff, it's so easy for people to get into fights and the nasty to come out, and we don't want that. So, yeah, and that goes to everyone. Anything that has to do with politics or religion, even in the slightest bit, please just keep it off this channel. You can talk about it wherever you want, wherever else you want. And I'll also stay away from talking about things on my channel. I'm not saying I'll never talk about it, but not on here. All right. And yeah, hey Lucy, good to see you. All right, and please. Murphy is saying something that I couldn't read. No politics or religion. Wanted to call me Smurf God. I want to post. Lol, Smurf God. I might remember that one. That's a good one. I mean, we do have Lucifer in the chat sometimes. Lucifer is also goes by Luca, but Lucifer is his real name, and he's a good friend. So yeah, he's also a moderator on here. He's a real person. I'm not talking to the devil or anything like that. Just for clarification. So yeah. Good.
War schön, euch kennenzulernen. Noch so angelehnt, aber nicht, dass die Kasse rauskommt. Die müssen wir aufdrücken. Die müssen wir aufdrücken.
All right. Or Smurfy, like how Nikki and Randall would say, yeah, I'm not going to say plants not politics, but I'm going to say cats not politics. That's something I can say. And talking about cats, here she is. Lila. Yes. My ADHD cat. Yeah. So who we still got in the house? Yes, baby. Hi, Lucy. Burp. Caught your tail. Thank you. Well, right now I just basically have to wait till the water boils. I mean, I could show you my room that's a total mess, but I'm not sure if I should do that. Well, since she got up, maybe I can pick her up again. Maybe this time she won't mind. Whoop. What is Murphy saying? You can show the room with a black light on. Moment of truth. Murphy, come on. It is not my room, so it wouldn't really prove or disprove anything. Thank you, Willow. Yeah, she really is.
Lila.
So broccoli is still a good little bit from boiling. So I don't know. By the way, these are my dad rods. Well, I can put you in a position where you're not gonna see everything, and still show you some of my fishing gear. I'm in the background just cleaning my pigs, but I'm still here. Okay. Here. Well, tell Rusty and the others hello from me. And yeah. Well, this is actually my dad's rod as well, but it's for what it is. It's pretty good. It's a pen warfare combo. Yeah, your star rack, level wind, and a nice little boat rod that has some good action. Like for Norway, this would be a good combo. For serious fish, no. For really big fish that fight hard, forget it. But for Norway, yeah. Even a halibut, but you don't want to go catch a tuna with that thing. That's a bad idea. And you also don't want to catch European catfish. For US catfish, it's good. European catfish, different ball game. My neighbor's German too. I think they've traveled to every state since they've been in the US, maybe 4 years. That's pretty crazy. You can hide fish with that, maybe 80 to 100 pounds, no problem. But it doesn't have the drag. That's a problem. Like the reel, and the rod isn't made to hold a whole lot of drag either. Like only I tested it, 12 pounds, 12, 15 pounds of drag is where it bottoms out. And that ain't enough drag to stop a big fish, at least not if you have no room to play with it. Like a big catfish, you have to smoke that thing. Like use like 40 pounds of drag, maybe even 50 pounds if it comes to that, and pull it off from some snacks. But yeah, like what do you say, 80 to 100 pounds, that's how big your catfish get. Ours get to 300 pounds. We have 300-pound catfish over here. That's more the kind of reel you want to use for our catfish. This is an Avid HXW Raptor, not sponsored. This is a 3-speed MC model that I'm going to be fishing really hard. And I have 650 yards of line on here, 30 yards of 200 on the bottom, in case I have to cut the line and tie it off to another reel when I'm getting spooled. And then I have 100-pound topped off with 130-pound top shot. The top shot is, I think, 180 yards, but I'm going to switch to a 200-pound top shot when I'm fishing for conger and I'm fishing around rocks. Then I'm going to go 200-pound top shot. Sorry, be back. Got bad news. Not okay, but fine. I will be back. Hopefully not good. It's Yoda, not. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Willow. I can answer live if you want to talk about Yoda. No, we don't really do rollers over here, unless you go for like tuna, big game boat stuff. But even for big game shore fishing, I wouldn't use rollers. And casting with rollers also sucks. But yeah. I hope Yoda's gonna be okay. But yeah, let me know if you want to talk. You can send me a message. I can. I'm still gonna see if you send a message, Willow. So yeah, just let me know. And yeah, just look like the eyes on the pen warfare. Yeah, but they're. Let me show it to you again. I'm leaving you on, but he's Yoda. It's not okay. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I really hope he's gonna be okay. Or he's. So yeah, this rod, it has pretty thick guides, but the inserts, they're not true ceramics, not so really tough. Like these guides here, they're actually more reliable, even though they're not as heavy duty. And this rod has at least as much or more power, even though it looks more flimsy. So appearance definitely isn't everything. By the way, Yoda is Willow's dog, for everyone wondering. So she's got a dog who's not doing good right now. And I really hope he gets better soon. And you too, Willow, of course. So, yeah. Well, all my other rods are basically packed up, so. I don't really know what to say. I just have two rabbits. One looks and acts like, just like Eeyore on Winnie the Pooh. Okay, I don't even remember that, to be honest. Oh. And if you want to see a little rod that doesn't look like it should be very tough, but it really is. Okay, this actually is missing the tip guide, but I'm gonna I have to because I have to reattach it. But this little rod right here, this is an absolute beast of a rod. And like you can fish 40 pounds of drag with that at 90 degrees, no problem. And put your entire weight against it. So yeah, nice little rod. Not very heavy duty guides, but it's strong. I've actually used 70 pounds of drag on this little beast, no problem. Sitting down, harnessed up on a big lever drag, like a 50 wide. Also 30, when I'm low on line, you can definitely push it even past 70 pounds. Yeah, I got one that was pricey too. Looks and feels real flimsy, but you can reel in yellowfin with it. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna show you my favorite rod. I might jump off soon. I don't think I'm gonna show the cooking and eating. Not sure yet. Like I have a bunch of rods, but here, this one is probably my favorite overall. This is what I use for lure fishing all the time. And it has traveled through with me to, I don't know how many countries, but a lot. It's been to Brazil, it's been to Norway, it's been to Poland, it's been to Sweden, it's been to Croatia, it has been to France, it's been to some other countries for sure. And it always served me well. But yeah. And I finally have the perfect reel for it. This rod has been with me since 2020. This reel is from end of last year. It's a Stiver Certate SW 5000 from the 2024 model. So it is a lot lighter than the old version. And it fits perfectly. It balances very nicely on this rod. Absolutely beast. The rod isn't Diver, it's Zack Fishing. It's a German company. But the reel is Diver, yeah. Yeah, the reel is. Let's take the rod apart again. So you can see the reel. This is a 9-foot rod, by the way. very good all round length. And yeah, really powerful. Just the mag seals is annoying, but other than that, it has the same gearing as Saltiga. It's basically a small Saltiga, except it has a Scion rotor instead of the metal rotors that the current Saltigas have. It's just the reason it's lighter as well. It's 20 grams lighter, so almost an ounce lighter than the same size Saltiga. And yeah, that's a really nice reel. And I'm going to show you one more rod where you're going to see the rigging I see, or maybe that I use for pike. This is a no-name rod from Decathlon, but here you have a float, a stopper, you have, of course, lead, a bead, and then you have a twist lock snap that you unscrew. Put your leader over, then you have to push it together to get it back closed. And you can, this snap is the only kind of snap that will never open without you trying to open it. And the reel was one of the old Shimano twin powers. On another reel, I got a 6K Zaragoza, good reel as well. Ja.
Nicht mal den Scheiß im Schlafzimmer zeigen.
Papa, Klappe.
Nee, ich finde das scheiße, was du machst.
Papa, du redest gerade, hört jeder.
Ist mir scheißegal, du machst Scheiße.
Hey. Sorry. So this is another rod, same company, a bit of a heavier pike rod. This is, 25 grams cigar float. That doesn't give the pike too much resistance. The weight, the bead, a ball bearing swivel, and twist lock snap. And here we have a stopper, which is basically just a uni knot. And I leave the tag and leave the tag ends long on purpose, so if it loosens a bit, I can retighten it. And yeah, that's another one of my pike combos for using bait. And what did Smurfy say? I love Zaragozas. Only reason why I use Diver over Shimano is when I need a lighter setup. I do the opposite, actually, for the most part, but that is because I use the Certates and Saltigas for. Anything below that, yes, Shimano is the way to go. And here's my 6K Zaragoza. Really good reel. And a bit of a beefier rod that could also handle a good-sized catfish. For surf, I will use my Zaragoza 14K diver, but I use my instead much lighter, more drag, and fits more line, also as bait feeder function. Yeah, that is a thing. With diver, does a lot of light reels, but in the same size. And actually, that 5K Certate SW, this one fits as much or more line than the damn 6K Zaragoza. You would, and this reel is 100. Still a nice reel. It's also costs and a half, so there's that part. But yeah. Anyway, people, I think I'm gonna turn off the stream. Yeah, I have my 14K and my 20K Saltigas. They're beasts, and I also have some 10,500. But pens and some 120 sized quantum. I'm gonna go eat and cook now. See you guys soon, and much love, especially to you, Willow. I hope Yoda will do better and to get the 25 Tiga, or you want to get the 30K. What will get the 30K Makaira spinning? Was great seeing you. Looks like a good time for me to get lunch too. Okay, bye Smurfy, bye Will, Lucy, and everyone else.